Well, I guess we Americans have decided to continue to show just how absolutely we do not care about any other person in the world but ourselves. And this morning, the news said that we have over 1 million confirmed cases of COVID since the holiday travels and everything. And we're not at the highest peak, but get this, the thing that is absolutely mind boggling is we have we've tested positive for COVID more than any other country in the world. Not just in any other state but in the world. I can't fathom how come people still cannot get it in their heads that if they just did a couple procedures, or policy or habits even, I mean, I know people don't like to be told no. That seems to be one of the biggest problems is being told no. And I know people think they know better than science and they think they know better than, you know, the research in it. And granted, it's science. Everything is changing. So we've become so inflexible in our thinking. I can't believe some of this that we're now wiping ourselves out. There's a lot of controversy on this COVID situation because, everybody says, oh, well, you're not going to tell me what to do, blah, 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 blah. Well, actually, we have been told what to do. And if things had not been so politically divided, we would have had this under control. But our country, especially, has decided that, half of the country apparently has decided they're going to do whatever they want to do. And yet, when they get sick and everything, they think they should have just as much of the medical care and just as much as the services as the people who've actually tried to get this under control, who've tried to follow guidelines. And granted, the guidelines have changed back and forth. They're changing again because they keep finding we tend to not listen. But I think it's even deeper than this because we seem to have become more and more angry about things that are not necessarily big topics, but little things. And we don't seem to know how to handle disappointment, I guess. We don't seem to know how to handle how to just carry on. I think about what my parents went through during World War II and how I remember I was reading some of the World War II posters and I said to my mother, Mom, those are propaganda. And she said, so? She goes, we were trying to keep our country. And I said, in today's time, and I was reading this to her back in probably early 2000 before she had passed, and I said, Mom, a lot of this is just what we complained about as propaganda. And I said, and we did drop these in European countries and other countries in the Pacific when we were trying to win the war. And she said, well, yeah, because she said there were people that didn't believe we were even at war. So it is not necessarily that this is the first time, and it's not going to necessarily be the last time that this country has gone to war with its own self and its own people. The only real difference is we're losing people. There's over 800,000 people that have died from COVID already. And then when you hear that there's over 1 million that tested positive just this week, today is only Tuesday. I don't know. I really think that people need to say, what am I doing? What am I actually doing? And really and truly, am I doing this because it's my belief system? Or am I just being part of the crowd? Am I being part of a cult? Am I being, somebody who really doesn't think in anything other than sound bites? Because we've become very sound bite oriented in this country. We just don't really think on our own. I mean, it's like I've had people I've known for decades who were throwing out sound bites to me, and I go, my God, don't you research this? Don't you look into it? And you know what? It's funny because I've been looking into some things, and excuse me, I was checking on the COVID situation, and I found this doctor in England who is pulling together all the results from around the world, and he's explaining it in very simple terminology. And he has had the anti-vaxxers on. He's had people talking about other things, and it's very interesting to see how he is listening and questioning their belief and their knowledge, I guess, that they think they have and everything. And um it is interesting to hear the other points. I mean, we have to all think about it because, like, I have a very compromised immune system, and I just got over Delta, or trying to get over Delta. I got it in the beginning of November, and I've never been so sick in my life. And I'm vaccinated. I'm double vaccinated. I didn't get the booster yet because they told me it wasn't time. And now with the new Omicron, the thing of it is they're finding if you get the Delta, you're not necessarily immune from the Omicron. They do say that if you get the three shots, that the Omicron is kind of under control. And then what they were suggesting was that if you get the Omicron, it'll wipe out the Delta. Excuse me. And so they're learning it second by second, but I still am concerned that simple things like when you go to the store and you don't wear a mask, and you put the employees who are providing you a service, at jeopardy. Or you go to a restaurant and these people are trying to make a living, and all the service workers are trying to make livings. I mean, our medical people, I mean, my God, they're just overwhelmed beyond anything. I don't have any answers. I'm just a one person in this world, but I am appalled at how we seem to be all about me, all about me, all about me. And I was raised where I was part of a community, and you did things so that you did not negatively impact your community. And I don't see a lot of that behavior. I don't see where we're trying to help our fellow neighbors, our fellow men and women. I live in a community of 55 and over, and I have my husband was killed in June. I've only seen one or two of my neighbors. There is no neighborly support here at all. I mean, I'm as isolated as you can get. If it wasn't for two people, my Brenda and my Elkie that come over, I wouldn't see anybody. And I'm a senior and I have multiple disabilities, and I had to fight COVID all by myself. And let me tell you something, that is a frightening thing, because it is not something that you want to have to be fighting. I'll be honest with you, I've had a lot of different illnesses, and I've never experienced anything as terrifying as this was. So I don't really know what we can do as humans other than be kind. I see nothing wrong with being kind. The vicious behavior, the negative remarks, I mean, I I'm just, this is my vlog. This is what I do because my husband talked me into it, because he's years ago, and he said, "Oh, just say what you want to say, hon." And I said, "Okay." And I mean, I don't know how to edit, so all you get is exactly what I put up there. And now my editor, my wonderful husband, Al, is gone. So this is raw as you get. I don't have any other way to do it. I didn't even know until the other day I could go into my YouTube channel to answer and make remarks on posts that were put on my thing. All I was hoping is that by the end of January, we all start to get it together and get this stupid thing under control. I hope people stay well and stay healthy and strong. But I also hope people start to be kinder. It's not going to hurt you to be kind. It never hurts to say hello. It never hurts to thank somebody. I mean, I haven't been out of the house since December 10th. I mean, I've been cooped up. But when I go out, I always make sure that if there's a cashier I have to deal with, I thank them for giving me the opportunity to take care of my own needs. And I always thank the doctor's office and the office staff for answering the phone and for doing their job, because we just don't seem to thank people anymore. Well, today is, believe it or not, January 4th, 2022. Have a good day.